What's up, everybody? This is Hush, aka How You Stop Him, aka Voice of Reason, aka Unstoppable Hush, aka No Noise. And this is Tell It How It Is, No Filter, episode 133. Labor Day, right? So, Labor Day is defined as what? Commemorating the working man and woman. But I really don't see the real value in it like how they want us to see it. That doesn't take away from it happening and whatever. You know, my opinion doesn't go for the whole world, as I always say. Fine. You want to label it another holiday? Fine. But Labor Day. If you're doing any kind of rewarding thing about it or you want to commemorate for it, shit, we should get some money. For every person that works on the books, when Labor Day come, we should get some kind of bonus or something. Then that's a fucking Labor Day. Other than that, fuck Labor Day. But for those who value it and find purpose in it, salud. So after Hurricane Ida did its damage, Hurricane Larry is set to hit Bermuda in the U.S. coast. If you don't know anything about weather and geology and whatever, this is a sign that this is hurricane season for real. Some people already know that. You know, it's always been. I don't think it ever changes. Every year, I think hurricane season is the same time. No? But if you never paid attention to that, wake up. Because it's here. I pray beforehand, whatever damage Larry does, I pray ahead of time for it to happen as quickly and less damaging as possible. If I can say that and put that in the air to even prevent anything excruciating. Silence for that. I think they said they didn't really label it as a category 4 yet. It's still like a 3 last I checked, but they could progress. Fat Joe and Ja Rule, possible verses. I didn't really verify if that was definite. I think it's definite though. So if that goes down, who do y'all have? The bar was set too high, again, not to go and dwell on what I've already said. The Dipset locks, you know, that happened already, you know, and that was extravagant. So to come back and think that, you know, what would you put after that? The pressure is so on that it doesn't even matter. Like, we can't say the Fat Joe and Ja Rule thing can level up. But then we can't say that to anything. Like, what would you really put after that? But whether it goes down or not, however you viewing what I'm saying, they both got hits. I discussed with a person I consider family about it, you know, briefly, and saying that Fat Joe and Ja, they're gonna have dated stuff. But which is fine, because a lot of the verses, you know, the Bobby and Keith joint, whether you like that or not, that was dated stuff. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna really have today hits like that we are familiar with if you're not from our era. So we will, but like the youth them. So Fat Joe gonna have to dig, you know, back in the day with it. I know, you know, everybody's gonna know Lean Back. Ja Rule got them lullabies like a mug. So I'm curious, will I, you know, am I excited per se? Maybe not, but I'm curious to see how that plays if that goes down. So let's stand by for that if that happens. Man, This is highly opinionated right now. To me, Drake album is better than Donda. They're not even on the same level. People are calling, and it's obvious that Kanye's album's a gospel album. I'm talking about music-wise, what I enjoy. My personal preference. I like Drake album better than Donda. That doesn't minus the count, though. Because Kanye has, I don't know, 20-something. Drake has 20-something. And none of them have me start to finish. Almost no album has me start to finish. It takes a lot. But in this case, there's definitely not start to finish. So I may wind up liking the similar amount of songs on both. Maybe Kanye slightly edges the likable songs. But what I'm saying is the feel. I like the Drake feel better. That's for you to debate. You can check out both and see where you stand. Gospel or not. You're not going to do that and kind of like make me feel like I can't judge it the normal way because it's for a higher purpose or you want to call it a gospel album. I'm still going to tell you how I feel. No disrespect to the super religious people or whoever. My curiosity lies with what Kendrick does because he has the song Family Ties. That's just to like scratch the surface with things to see what he does as a project because his energy is as if he's coming with a vengeance. You know what I mean? So I'm dying to see what that does. Especially hearing that it's his last album. Let's see what happens. Bobby. The whole GS9, Rowdy Rebel. You know, I'm Brooklyn all day. So I can't help it. I'm Brooklyn all day. So I'm not against any movement coming from there. It's positive to see people do their thing, get a bag, whatever got them there. But I must still keep it a stat no matter how close proximities people are as far as what we rep and where we from. Welcome home, obviously. I wanted to see what he would do. I'm one of the few. But I cannot forget where he came from. Meaning, songs like Hot Nigga. You can't expect somebody to give you something, and then expect them to super jump into something else. I say that to say, Bobby's freestyle, the No Time for Sleep, it's not it. For me. Am I attacking him, his character, or anything about him? No. Again, I'm Brooklyn all day. GS9, Bobby Smurder, Rowdy Rebel, whatever. Favi, whatever. Brooklyn is where it's at. You know what I mean? But I can't co-sign it. Not that one. You try again, maybe he get me. But my advice for that camp is to just continue doing the songs that got you where you are. Fuck it, ride it out. Some songs could go the distance. It still give a pump. You still feel adrenaline when they come on. You know what I mean? So ride that for now till you get something else. You know? That's really all I have on that. Shows to watch. I'm going to start to have a segment within the segment of saying shows to check out. In my personal opinion. So, for the first crack at this, I'm going to suggest Manifest. It's a show about these, well, I was 191 passengers, I believe. Maybe my numbers are off. Either way, there was a flight, right? A family went on vacation. It's time to come back home. There was an issue with the flight. They had to split up. Some agreed to take a later flight, and then, some went on the original normal flight that they were supposed to. So now the people who decide to stay back and take a different flight, some shit happened. Something popped off, and they wound up being missing 5.5 years. Everybody thought they was dead. But now this flight come back. It's like the Titanic for real. And it's just crazy. And everything you think you know, you don't know. Now, for some people, they need simplistic shows that just stick to a narrative and easy to follow. This is not it. It keeps a twist, and it keeps you like, damn, wow, word. So if you're into the constant twists and the different turns, Manifest. I highly suggest it. And like I said, I'm going to have a part of the show where I suggest the show. Part of the show to suggest the show. Manifest. I believe there's 3 seasons currently available, through the channels or however you watch stuff. I went because, I want to blow up certain, the streaming, the Fire Sticks and all of that. But 3 seasons, I'm not even up to date. I'm in the 2nd season, but I'm digging it. And check it out. See how you feel. Could dig deep for this one. Ways to avoid cheating. Temptations. Men. This is a fucking setup, ain't it? You're basically going off of morals and adrenaline. You find somebody that you can see yourself with for the rest of your life, and everything y'all got going on, you feed off of that as enough positive energy to continue to do the right thing. If this was always in you, I'm gonna talk to the women too, but I'm talking to the guys right now. If this was always in you to do right, you're able to do right. I don't want to get into the whole dynamics of how you was raised, like if your parents was married for 50 odd years, whatever positive energy you was around to show you that you can go the distance. But if it was already in you and it just took the right person, can you say that that's the end of the story right there? So it should be no issues. You should be able to do what you got to do all the time. Yeah, it's easy to say that. Is that a fact? It's not known for sure. If it was not in you, or you thought it wasn't in you, you're basically in the same scenario, because that doesn't mean you can't do right, but you didn't have it in you before, so any right doing you are displaying, that's really adrenaline. But whether you come from being able to do it or gotta learn how to do it, how do you avoid the temptations? You just are not entertaining anything. If you on social media or you work somewhere where you're constantly interacting and seeing and you're around a lot of people, right? The world we live in is just so fast and so crowded. So the point is, you're going to see some shit. I'm not here to water this down. I'm trying to give it to you real because, a lot of things are expected and nobody knows the struggle or the challenge. Take away the word struggle. The challenge that presents itself, because it's true. All the little jokes. When you have somebody special, maybe it shows somehow. I don't know if it's in your skin, your smile, your walk. I don't know where it comes from. But I feel like it's true. It's in you. So when you have someone and now you're roaming the world or you're roaming the internet, you come across, it's hands down. Let's just keep it real. You come across beautiful people. Beautiful. Yeah. You're not going to get judged by that. You're supposed to say, hey, you encounter beautiful people all the time. Even before this situation you're in, that you're supposed to be happy and do right. No doubt. But you're interacting, you're seeing this indirect interaction. Because the problem, bottom line, the problem begins once you engage at all. You're setting yourself up. Now, some people is with the smoke. They can engage and just roll the dice and take the chance. Do a sharp curving. Just play a little bit and then clip. Those are not as easy as it sounds. You got to have the stomach for it, the energy, and the mind strength for it too. But this is difficult because I don't even think I'm going to get you a solution. What I'm trying to say is to not even get to the point where you need a solution. Just avoid, man. That you can look, you can wonder, you can let your mind play. Fellas, let's keep it real. You can let your mind play, look. The easiest yet hardest is to not engage at all. I mean, not even a hello, you're beautiful, compliment, none of that. Women could do that shit. I'm not on them yet. No, nothing. Like, all of that, if you grew up with siblings, female siblings, fellas, or you grew up with like older homies that was cold on certain chicks because they was like the side piece or however you supposed to treat a side piece, you gotta take all of that and use to be basically an asshole. Not disrespectful, but like that type of vibe, so you don't even engage whatsoever. Because the only safest way to not get into nothing, to not cheat, not to feed into temptation, is to just totally be non-communicating. Communicative. No talking, no interaction whatsoever. If you're in a situation that is naturally like that, if you're both standing in the store, people are in the store and the line is long, they slow, some shit pop off, engaging in convo based on something that happened is different. But yet you still should not give it much entertainment either. That should be as limited as possible. So I'm just saying that's a one way to give yourself a good chance that you won't go there. And maybe I'm talking to the weaker men. And when I say weak, I don't mean in your masculinity or in life as a whole. I mean the flesh. If you, men, no homo, that I'm too grown for that. But you know what I'm saying. The urge. The just, women are beautiful. Nowadays the numbers are crazy. Surgery or not surgery, makeup, weave, this, they there. They there. It's undeniable. They there. It's a dime. Yo, it used to be a dime a dozen. Now it's like 8 dimes a dozen. They killing it. They killing it. So the flesh is weak. So for those who know it don't take much to be back in the game, just no contact at all. No indulging whatsoever. It is like the only effective way to know you ain't gonna go there. Now, some men don't keep it real with themselves. They don't put themselves in the category they're in. There's men who are stronger that won't go there. They could interact all day. They could talk all day. They could tell a woman they beautiful and know that it stops there. And there's some people that's faking like that. That's them and that's not them. But for the fellas that are, fine. Continue to do what you're doing. If you could hello, good morning. And, a lot of people that say, yo, these are harmless things. But I know what it could generate. I know what it can do. So that's why I'm telling you, just avoid it if you can completely. But if you feel strong like that, go ahead, do your thing. Keep as you were. If it was working and you have no issues, obviously it's the right way. But that's the only two avenues to go. Total no contact, or the fellas that could good morning. Oh, you look beautiful. And just keep it stepping. But you know the ones that can't be trusted. I'm talking about trust within yourself. There's really no other option. It's that or that. You know what I mean? If you're doing anything else, I just, you rolling dice. Now every day there's a worry. You could ignore it. It could be a small worry. But once you engage, especially and then, I don't criticize much, but what I will criticize is the ones who engage and then it's like you made yourself hot and you ain't even go. Women that hate that because it's like, okay, you still clean. But why put yourself in situations just to make you look hot and you ain't go there, something made you turn back. Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. You just hot. And I'm not saying, go ahead and do it since you already look hot. But it's like, so what was the point? Like, why even waste energy on something that you hadn't even no business entertaining to begin with? Even if you come to your senses and go, nah, I'm not going to go there. Any engaging, texting, calling, hangout, just a one-time. Everybody want to say, oh, just a one-time ting. Or just to see what? I know it's easier said than done. And I may be looking like I'm out here as a mascot for women. No, I'm just saying that I just don't have that energy no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. And if I do have the energy, or if I ever have the energy, it's like, what are we really doing here? Because life is short. And it's sad. It shouldn't take to the pandemic. It shouldn't take to these worldly dangerous scenarios between hurricanes and, like I said, whether you take the vaccine or not, all the dangers of the world. There was always dangers of the world. But now in this age, it's sad that it takes that for you to make some intelligent decisions in your life. You know what I mean? And it's just like, if you're going to play. But the both sides, it's harder nowadays. It's just like, it takes more energy nowadays. Because now, look, you could tell it as a joke. Like, all right, what was the issue? If you crept on your lady, be strap up because you don't want to bring home nothing. Now, you catch COVID, God forbid, as some karma for fucking with somebody you ain't had no business with. That's small, that's a small example, and yeah, that could happen. Nobody's really looking at it like that, but it can't be good, bro. Like, yo, just don't play. Don't play. I'm just saying it's the safest way. You ain't gotta listen to me. Live your life. If you want to play, you used to that. You bout that gambling. Like, all right, I got a good one, but I like to play a little bit. So far, I'm 10 for 10, whatever. If you get in the way, you got a cheat code, and your lady may be naive or not really focused on you. There's other scenarios where people are saying that don't mean that. That means she doing her or she just don't care. Whatever your life is, go ahead. This is just advice. This is just like, if you can, you'll see the peace. Because there's some people who don't want peace. There's people who's with the rowdy and always turned up and gotta be on guard. I'm talking about if you want peace somewhere. Yo, you could be a wrestler, a boxer. You could be rumbling in these streets. But there's some time in your day, some place in your life where you should want peace. You should want it. I'm just saying. If you don't, you don't. But you should want that. And if there's a way that you could, like, lock that down where you could always vouch for that, because you listen to simplistic shit, because it's not rocket science. Just take yourself out of equations. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts with your actions. And it's easier said than done, like I said. But take a second and step back and look at what I'm saying. I ain't perfect. I ain't always go by this. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even trying to like flex like that, like I'm like the greatest at it. I'm just saying, to prevent shit, you could prevent shit. A lot of shit that you look at your life and say, why did this go left? Why did this happen? It's you. It's something that you could have not done. An approach, a simple hello. Like, it be the simplest move that you made that turned the whole shit around. Believe it or not. It's true. And we can't go back, try not to live with regrets. It is what it is. But you're supposed to learn, you know what I mean? So, like, if you making the same mistakes multiple times, which I've done, this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking like I'm better than anybody. I'm just saying, you made the same mistakes twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. Yo, how much? How much? Before you say, I'm going to do it this way this time. Let me approach it this way. And then if it still don't work, or shit still going left for you, I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation for a different day. But the point is, and that's probably why I'm going to do a part 2, because I ain't even get to the women yet, and I'm wrapping up soon. So I guess the next one, I'll say women, how y'all should move, which that ain't going to take all of this time. See, men, we more of a headache. I'm sorry. We more of a headache. You know what I mean? Because we will take chances we ain't got no business taking. And for what? For what? You could argue me down. Yo, hush. I had such and such in the spot. I had to. You see what she looked like? You see her status? Whatever example you want to give, listen, this is not me being combative. This is not me demanding a thing. I'm just saying, do you have peace somewhere in your life? Do you like peace? You want peace? You know how to maintain peace? If you have someone good. I'm talking about someone solid. Someone that you're sticking with. You're not leaving. And men, we fuck up again. Because we think the ones that we're never leaving justifies, I could go play a little bit. I ain't never leaving. At least I know where home. No. You really shouldn't play with nobody, because everybody could be one tick from psycho. But if you play with something that you ain't taking serious. But do they know that? That's a whole nother episode too. Listen. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. Everything come with a price. If you have somebody solid, they most likely are not with the shits. If they're solid and they hold it down, you don't gotta worry. Like, yo, I don't have no questions about if this person could be with me for the rest of my life. If you could say that, that's the point of all of this. That's it. If you have questions, and only you know that, look into yourself. Look into the mirror. You know if you have questions. And then that's why these things may happen. These thoughts may want to get entertained. You feel the way you do. But if you don't have any questions, and you want to maintain that. I know. Again, it's like I'm the mascot for the women right now, and it feels like an ultimatum, or it may feel like your arms being pulled in the other direction. But fuck it, yo. Everything come with a price, and to maintain peace and that happiness on somebody you vouch for, if this is the one thing that they just want, that respect, man. They want that respect. They know they value. The problem, and it's not really a problem, but the women who aren't the whole package, which they could get there one day, so I'm not going to shit on y'all. The women who running around, you know who, but they want that type of respect. And they not even the one for that said person. That don't mean they're not the one for anybody. And they demand that, or would like to have that. So if you really got a good one, the one that you could vouch and stay with, fuck it, man. Fuck it. Cause it's not worth it. Like, you don't, what women do, even though we say logic versus emotion, right? So even when women are like too emotional, or they might be a little off the rocker, they still look down the line better than we do. In a lot of cases. Not every case. In a lot of cases, they look down the line. So whether they make a move or not, they look down the line on it. Are we really looking down the line? Bro, tell the truth. When we see something or do something, most likely it's in that moment only. We not looking at all of the, well, next week that shit may come up next. No, we might do a little bit of a next day, next week, but we're not looking down the line, and everything could come back. Everything could come back. You know what I mean? And then, you want to try to cheat the odds again. Like, you could get somebody that's going to keep it quiet. And, yo, I've been through all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the best to do it. So maybe there's somebody else that could sit in front of this camera and tell you how to do it. I'm not him. Yo, I even keep it tall. I sucked at it. I was horrible at it. But whether you good at something or not, if you want to play, you gonna play. Nigga, I ain't no LeBron, but I was a shooter. Ask anybody about me. I'm a shooter. You feel me? So it don't matter my percentage. A lot of people do care about percentages. Not me. I didn't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going off of that as my story. You feel me? And why my opinion is what it is. Yo, there's dudes that are LeBrons. There's dudes that's currying them from the free throw line, 90-some% rate, where they did them and it appeared that they got away, or they appeared that they ain't go through too much backlash or drama behind their actions. At least not in that case. At that time, you pay for shit whether it's a decade later. So, do you? I ain't mad at you. It's a no. This is Planet Fitness. No judgment zone. You hear me? But for the fellas that's similar, that got similar stories like mine, or like I said, the ones who the flesh is weak, you want to dig. If you even get a fucking of an opening, you diving in. I'm talking about those folks. This opinion and this way that I'm discussing with you, you should listen, bro. Just don't entertain nothing. You see something, to yourself, damn, that was a good one. Oh, that's crazy right there. No talking, you're beautiful, hello, nothing. Because once you open that door, your thirsty ass gonna walk in. And I gotta be like a little harsh with you so you could get the point. I ain't really criticizing you, but you thirsty. I was thirsty. The flesh is weak. So if I can say, the best way I know that I could try to keep it trill out here is to just not entertain nothing. Not say a thing. And that's it. Somebody say something to you, you still keep it short and sweet, keep it chucking. Because now you'll try to use that approach. Oh, well, I ain't say they spoke. No, it don't matter who set it off. It don't matter who set it off. You know what I'm saying? Just think about these things. Look down the line before you do something. Whatever. You're going to do what you want to do regardless. Look down the line, though. Go, all right, if I really bust this, look at the scenarios. What could, know what I mean? Just try to think, bro. That's it. Just try to think. And if you still say fuck it, like I said, if you got the cheat code, do you. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue this. There's definitely need for a part 2. Ladies, I'm going to get to y'all next time. You know, maybe close out another comment or 2 for the fellas. Because, you know, I got y'all. I know the men might not be digging me right now with the whole seem like I'm on the women's side and I'm a mascot. But I'm trying to keep your peace, bro. You need peace. You could be an animal and everything else. How you get your bread, how you in these streets. You know, rah, I'm with all that from Bed-Stuy, you hear me? So nothing don't really shake me, you feel me? So however you get in it, your bread and just how you function, period. But if I could get you some peace, I want you to have some peace too. Because life is about all angles. All angles. Till next time, I holla. Peace. Be safe.